and we have Ria here, and Ria is okay. Ria, go on. It's, I guess you're also doing the stream, so let's do this. We are double streaming actually. So Ria, go on.
Yeah. Hi everyone, I am Riya Jha, a pre-final year student pursuing a bachelor in computer science engineering from KIT University Bhubaneswar, and your host for today's session welcomes you all on behalf of Mozilla Club Bhubaneswar to this fantastic session. As we know, this month of October is something you might have been hearing a lot for past few days. Hacktober. So, what is this Hacktober? Hacktober is a fest, a month-long celebration for open source software run by Digital Ocean. The main purpose of this event is to give its participants an introductory idea about open source contribution, where open source software enthusiasts, beginners, and developer community comes together to contribute to open source software projects, where one can prepare and share the project for collaboration, contribute to betterment of a project via pull requests, organize events, mentor others, and donate directly to open source projects. We, Mozilla Club of Nature, in collaboration with Git Microsoft student community from Git University, comprises individuals who are passionate about open source community. We, as a team, works on several open source projects and also raise awareness about many benefits and promote web development and open source technology. So, to acknowledge you all more about this field, we have Mr. Praveen Kumar Purushottam, who is a full stack JavaScript specialist, an open source contributor, and a Moon Stack expert based in London. And also, he is an excellent mentor, mentoring students and believes in sharing his knowledge and experience with everyone. So, I would request Praveen, please go ahead with the session and enlighten us all about open source projects, how to pull requests, and many more exciting stuff. Over to you, Praveen.
Hey, that was an awesome introduction, Ria, and that was really great. So, hey everyone, my name is Praveen. I'm originally from Chennai, India, and currently living and working in London, UK, for one of the top two banks as a full stack JavaScript specialist, specializing on React and Node.js. So, what is happening right now? It's the month of October, and Hacktober Fest is on the talks. So, every year, as I don't need to explain anything else, Ria has explained everything in a perfect way. So, the great thing about open source is, like, shall I start with a small story or something like that? I know people who are looking at this live stream from my YouTube channel. Yes, we are double streaming. So in my YouTube channel, they would have already heard about it, but even then, I'm gonna go on with that. So let's say Ria is a super awesome person. She is indeed, and she has done in the class. She has completed the homework for the first as the first person, and then she is so good that she wants to get everyone else also the same marks as what she got. So right now, as of now, she has got 80 marks in whatever she has done. So let's not talk about plagiarism in this case. So Ria shares her homework for every single person in the classroom, and then everyone copies it. They all get 80 marks, and then it also comes to this over enthusiastic backbencher here. And I look at the homework, and I could find out a couple of flaws in Ria's homework. So what I do is I kind of like take a copy of her homework, I make changes, I submit it. I got 87 marks. Not only I keep it with myself, but I also tell Ria that, Ria, look at this. There are some changes that you can actually get a better mark. And Ria, being already an over enthusiastic and over brilliant student, she makes it better, and she gets 90 marks. So what is happening here? There is a class of so many people. Ria started something, and then she got 90 marks. And because of her, I got 87, and others have got 80 marks. So everyone is getting benefited. So what is this thing that Ria did? It is an application which is an open source application. And what did she do? She open sourced it to the world, and everyone who was downloading it and using it, they were getting benefited. Like, instead of doing something from the scratch from start, they have got something like a super huge boost, and then they have to do only 20% or 30% of their work. Instead, if not, they would have done from the starting thing or from the like everything from scratch, right? Now coming to my perspective. So I too was how do I say, I too was a consumer of what Ria had done, but I had better ideas and I shared it with Ria, which actually made the product even more better. So what I did, I took a Xerox copy of what Ria did, and then this is my Xerox copy, right? So I could do a lot of changes. So I requested Ria to pull my changes to her product so that her product also works fine. So this way, everyone is getting benefited. So in simple terms, this is what the open source ecosystem is. And here, Ria is one of the open source contributors, and she created an open source product. Let's, for instance, let's say Ria is Microsoft, and Ria has created Microsoft Visual Studio Code that is indeed open source, and we all are working with VS Code, right? How many of you have no? How many of you are working with Atom? How many of you are working with brackets? So brackets, Atom, VS Code, everything is open source, and we are all getting benefited by that. And finally, there is this programming guy who wants to make it more better. So I submit, so I fork the original project of VS Code, make some changes because this project is mine, and then I send a pull request to the original author, that is Microsoft. So this is the concept of open source. And without further delay, I would like to ask every one of you who is watching here, please tell about your experience or idea about it. And don't forget, give this stream a thumbs up and subscribe. Also subscribe to my channel and Mozilla BBSR channels as well. So that would be the best thing which I wanted to start with. So how was the whole concept? And yes, and please do comment your answer, like your questions as well. So Blue Diamond, எனக்கு bro. So I don't know Hindi, so I can't talk in Hindi. Maybe I can talk in Tamil or Telugu if you want, but unfortunately I don't know Hindi. So yeah, and apart from these things, so today what are we going to do, Ria? Go ahead.
Yeah, today we are talk more about how to pull request and more about GitHub concepts and how one can contribute as a beginner in Hacktober Fest.
Okay, you being an over enthusiastic first bench brilliant student, I'm expecting a lot from you. Make sure you eat my brain as much as possible.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so without further delay, I just wanted to show you a quick demo of how my, I keep saying that I'm a full stack developer, etc. Right? So I wanted to show you how my website looks like, and I want every one of you to create something similar to that. How many of you will say yes for it? Go on. Hey, Shivansh. We've got Subyan. We've got a question from Rohit. How to get started with open source? Yes, that is what we are going to do. And yeah, I guess that's great. Hey, Anushka. Anushka is also here. Nice. So I'm kind of between two live streams. So I have one on my channel, one on them. So Kriyanshi is here. Hey, Kriyanshi. Hey, Soundarya. Can you all confirm whether my voice and video is perfect? I'm gonna start screen sharing, and I just wanted to make sure if everything works fine before I share. Okay. Can you all check my, okay, so Devraj says, I'm working on my portfolio, I'll show you soon. That would be great. And also someone who all have their own websites and other things. Okay, I'm just going to show you my website, and I'll also tell you what you need to do today with respect to whatever we have done so far. So this is my website. I'm going to get my face cam out. Okay, so here it is. So what I have done here is it's a simple big background website which has, I am a cat lover, I'm a cook, I'm a mentor, I'm a front-end enthusiast, blah, 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 blah. All these things are coming in. And here's where you can actually go ahead and stalk me. All my social network URLs are here. And here's my YouTube channel as well. Half of them are looking at here, where actually we can see how it actually looks like. So here's where I'm kind of like putting it here. Look at this. For those people who are watching in the Zoom, you'll be we are looking at like this. We are getting something like this one, and yeah. So this is happening here. Shivansh, thanks. So now what we are going to do is, without further delay, we'll directly check how the whole portfolio looks, and immediately I'll get into the open source world and how you can start something with and stuff like that. Okay, so coming to the about section, there is a simple like a simple thing about what am I doing and what all things are here, and then we have got only the things that are really important. For example, this is 22nd March, and no one needs to know my, actually this whole field itself is not needed, but still I have put this one. And in case if you don't have an experience section, just go ahead and skip it to the education section. So what I have done here, I have just copied everything from my university brochure, so you can also do the same thing. And then coming to the next one, these are all the made up numbers. Actually the numbers are really higher now. And we have got portfolio. So one thing which I wanted to tell everyone who is getting into open sources, if you do something very simple, like for example this particular thing, I did it like 11 years ago, this one like 10 years ago, and this one is like uh 9 years ago. So whatever you do, even if it is a simple hello world project, try to put it on the like, how should I say, on your social network and stuff like that. The reason why I'm saying is, when you look at back how you have done the recent ones, you can see exactly how you have improved upon the time, right? So this is something which I want to tell every one of you. Try to, whenever you are trying to create something new, if even if it is a small hello world application, put it on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, etc. Twitter and LinkedIn are really good for professional development. And in case if you are looking for jobs or looking for something, and even now what I would say is, if you all can take a big screenshot of what's happening here and try to put it on LinkedIn and tag me, maybe you will be up for a surprise. So, and coming to this one, um, the next thing which I would like to say is, everyone, please, in case if you learn something new, try to write it as a blog. That actually helps you in multiple ways. Number one, this is going to help you in your written communication skills. So once you graduate and go into any of the work or something like that, at that point of time, this is going to be like, this is what is going to help you. Like, written communication skills are the main thing. And not only that, this is something like, if you learn a rather tough concept, try to explain it how you would be explaining it to a grandpa, your grandpa or grandma, something like that. So you will be trying to, like, break down on things and use an analogy, like how I explained today for the first time, like what would be the concept of open source. So something like that, try to explain that way. And so that's about this. And it also helps you with your written communication skills. And these are a couple of things will actually help you, like whenever a recruiter or a potential employer comes and looks at you, you can actually show that this is what I'm good at, and you can show these things as your portfolio as well. So these are a couple of things that will actually help you in your growing of your career as well. And coming to our testimonials, this is what people talk behind my back, and this is how you can talk behind my back. And that's about my basically that's about my website. And coming to GitHub, in case if you are starting with open source contributions, you need to have a GitHub profile. So it is very easy to start with, create a GitHub profile or something. Oh, just a second. Yeah, it is very easy to create a GitHub profile. And the process is very simple. Like I have done a lot of videos on it, and it's easy. If you just go to github.com, and then this is the main page. You just need to put your email address, sign up for GitHub, that's it, you're done. Okay, so make sure you have a GitHub profile. And coming to the real part. So, okay, Hacktoberfest. So what exactly is Hacktoberfest? It is very important, or like what is happening in the thing. Okay, so Shivansh asked how to write a blog. So first thing is, I would suggest personally something called as Typora. Typora is one of the awesomest markdown editors. So for example, if you are trying to write, okay, so Ria, do you have any ideas of what we should write? Like, let's say Ria, it is your first blog.
Yeah.
So
So
okay.
I Yeah, I would say let's start with introducing myself. Like, obviously, people will want to know who is writing this blog, and then about my interest, and then I can write about my interest. Obviously, it's my blog.
Actually, this
Then,
is good. Ria, please, can you just guide me one by one? So first thing will be your introduction. Who am I?
yeah,
What am I doing? Why
where
should
I'm from,
anyone follow me?
me. Yeah.
Okay. And then the next thing is,
The what is the topic of the blog? Like, why we are making this
okay,
blog?
topic of blog. So do you have a topic of blog? Let's start with Hacktober Fest itself.
Yeah,
Okay, so my journey into open source or something like that.
yeah,
So let's have another subheading. Um, the first timers. Then how did I get into open source? Where I got the motivation. Then that's enough.
what was my first open source contribution?
My first contribution.
My first contribution.
So obviously, you might have taken some effort to find it, right? So
Yeah,
effort to find my first repo, understanding the repo, creating the first ever pull request, learning from where some resources you might have seen, right?
yeah,
And then
yeah,
finally, um, after that, okay, initial learning. So you would have initial thoughts, something like what are all the different thoughts you had initially. This is the first time you did something crazy, and what would be your first initial thoughts? So say something personally you feel about open source. How would you recommend someone for starting with it? So try to create some points like this, and then finally you can start with my development journey. So college, what you did. So like something like my college life. So this is for people who are like just starting their first blog, something like that. And then some interesting experiences. Then development journey, learning from, let's say, Udemy or YouTube or something like that. So where all did I learn something? And then what else could we say something about this? So these are a couple of things that you can start with, and then summary and all people don't
yeah.
say,
Conclusion.
but
Still, it's
conclusion,
needed.
it is
Yeah,
needed. So your thoughts about development. Okay, you love development or something like that. I love development. Easy way to start with it. Motivational talk for others. Now look at this one. So at this point of time, I already have got something like um, so 44 lines, right? So each line itself is one kind of a paragraph. So if I have 44 paragraphs, so think about how much big this could be, right? So this would
yeah,
be a really a full-fledged book blog in the next few minutes. So if you try to put something like that, and by the way, I just wanted to ask you all, how many of you know that if you start writing technical blogs, you will be getting paid like anything? Ria, do you know that?
yeah.
Throw some light on it, like whatever you know.
Like, like there's a blog post which allows you to create blogs, and then you can get paid from the ads that shows on your blogs.
Not only just ads, so it is, you are talking about your personal blog or something like
Yeah,
that, and
big.
you
Yeah, yeah,
have
big.
you heard of
Like,
companies like Plural Site or something like that, guest blog?
man, I don't have any idea about that.
Okay, so if you look at these things, there are like so many like guest blog paid or something like that. tech guest blog paid. If you look at this, you can actually, there are like so many places where it will be having a lot of things by guest post. This is something bullshit, but there are like so many see, look at this one. 55 blogs, get lost, 55 blogs that pay writers $100 plus. So $100 is like what, 7,500 rupees, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is something, yeah, 7,500 rupees,
Right.
which is cool, right? Like you just write something, like we just thought about something simple, and then this is a technical blog. See, within 5 minutes or 10 minutes, you can actually earn 7,500 rupees. And again, this is once again an open source kind of a thing. And there are like loads of things here. So you have finance and all. Like look at this, 250 dollars per article. And then if you go for the tech stuff, in case it's just simple, like you learn something new. As a learner, you will be very beginner, right? So if you go ahead and try to explain those things in person, like this is what I'm trying to say, or something like that, and that alone is going to give you a lot of things. Okay, that is one thing which I wanted to say, that is related to the blogs. And there were other questions related to the hosting and other things. So Shivansh says how to write a blog. This is one best example that we just showed. And the second thing is dreams. You were asking like where exactly should we create a website like this and host it. So right now what I was trying to say is like you can create a website and host it, like we will be doing it. And how we are going to do it, we will be using something called GitHub pages. Or how many of you have heard of this one, Versal? So this, sorry, this is the time I can actually flaunt my t-shirt as well. I got this t-shirt from Versal, which is actually powered by so Next.js. If people know, it is the server-side rendering of React. And Next.js is one of the best things that can be used for writing blogs or something like that, which doesn't require a backend or something like that. So that is really a great way to start with. And in case if you still want something very simple, you have something called as Jekyll and blog GitHub pages. Just type in these 4 words, okay? You will be immediately getting from the official way. How do you set up GitHub pages site with Jekyll? And this is mainly for creating Wikipedia style blogs. And not only that, if you see the Jekyll themes, you'll be getting really good themes. So let's try to find out if there are any other themes available. Do we even have some themes here? And you can actually build your own themes as well. If you go to the showcase, look at this, all these things you can just like that create and start doing the thing. And everything is free, open source, and you can also start your own blog or website or anything here. So if you choose any of these things, so I'll just send you this link. So here's the link for here. And where is our, so these are technically GitHub blogs. So like how Anushka has said, yes, they are like just GitHub blogs. Hey Harkirat, let me quickly look at the comments from the other live stream as well. uh yeah, agreed, shooting portfolio is amazing, thank you so much. Rishabh, Mayank, Rohit. Okay, Medium pays a lot, but people like me, we ban Medium because yes, it might be good for the authors, but unfortunately, I would be, when I try to open Medium links, I will be able to open only 4 links in a month period, which is actually kind of rude, right? Like, so I just go ahead and do something. So instead of using this ad-based revenue model, it is better to send your content outside. For example, there are like loads of places where I can refer people for getting into the blogging part. And please do message me on LinkedIn so that I can also refer you in case if you are interested in those things. So these are a couple of
Sure.
things which I have told you related to open source, how you can set up your own blog, how to host it, etc. So how to host it, we'll do a complete demo on that. And finally, coming to the pull request and other parts. So for our Hacktober Fest, I've got a couple of couple of repositories I have created. So I just created this simple microsite with the inspiration from MLH local hack day. And so there are like a couple of things about Hacktober Fest here. Why Hacktober Fest? What am I supposed to do? So the first thing is you have to go and register in the Hacktober Fest official website. So why Hacktober Fest? Before anything, let's go to Google and search for Hacktober Fest on Google and see the images. Who wants such a nice, awesome, cool T-shirt? Obviously, I'm ready to buy
Pretty
these
good,
T-shirts.
yeah.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it is not available for buying. But if you create 4 pull requests, which are really cool, really awesome pull requests, then you'll be able to get. So this one is 2018, this one is 2019, this one is 2020. We don't know how the 2021s look like. And this is, I guess, look at everyone is flaunting. And not only that, along with the T-shirt, you will be getting all these things as well. Cool, right?
Yeah, cool. Totally. So I had a question, like
Yes.
what made you start open source contributing? Like where it all started?
Okay, so the first thing is what I would say is the first place where it hit me hard to start open sources when I was like working on a project, I did not get enough help. What will the next thing that we will do? We'll go to Stack Overflow to ask for questions, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that
Yeah.
would be great in case if you have a simple, like a closed set of questions and it is related to something simple. But in case if you have a project that you want to make it really better, for example, I have got this particular project like there is this which one I should be telling about. Yeah, easy A. So this is one project which I kind of like created. This is one of my, like closed. I really loved this project. I just created this particular project. It is called ECA project, and it is for one of the clients. Unfortunately, they did not pay for what I have done. So this is the application that I did for them, but they kind of like absconded. So money gone, time gone. Now I wanted to make this project in a better way. So instead of, I cannot go to Stack Overflow and ask for like, I need 10 people to work for me for free or something like that, right? So what I did
Yeah.
is I just open sourced this project, even though I'm supposed to. It's even though it is a commercial project, I actually told them that, yeah. So once payment is made, we are happy to make this closed as well. But technically, this is exactly what a lot of things went into it, and yeah. So there is a huge thing that was gone into the whole stuff. So you can actually look at the project how good it is, and obviously we need someone to help it go for further, go forward or something like that. So what I did was I just open sourced it, and a lot of people, look at this, there are like 14 people right now. They are like going ahead and contributing. So if you see the contributor graph, so obviously I was the first person who was working on the whole thing. So I have like 246 commits, and then later on, like there were like so many people who came and just did a couple of changes, and there were a lot of things that was changed in this project. So this is one good reason why I went into open source like completely full time or something like that. So that was my quick backstory. And we all know Eddie Jolly, right? How many of you do not know Eddie Jolly? So here's Eddie. Where is this GitHub? So Eddie Hub community is one of the awesome open source communities out there, and he always says collaboration first, code second, etc. And so this is what is happening right now. And he was the first person who came to me and told me like, Praveen, why don't you come do these things or something like that? That way you will be able to do a lot of things, and I'm here. So he was the one who kind of like kidnapped me into the open source world and showed me a lot of things can be done. So that's the initial start, and this happened in London like 2 years ago when I just moved into London. Like not even 2 years, it was just 1.5 years ago. I met Eddie, and these good things happened.
Yeah, it was like really great. Like now you're helping us, so it's good for us also.
Yes. So Okay, I could see a lot of people who joined AD Hub yesterday. And by the way, how many of you um, are looking into? Okay, by the way, there is this person NR says we can't get t-shirt only for the first 50k part, not first 50k. It is first 55k. Not only that, not a single person has got their like in the list of 55k, not even a single person has got into that list, because there are like 14 days of maturity period. So even if you start now, you will be getting a chance. And don't just do for the t-shirt or the plant. There are like so many good things that you can actually do it, and still I would say there is a lot of chance that is waiting for you. And it's not about getting t-shirt, it's about giving back to
Learning
open
something
source.
new
Yes,
and also
learning
learning.
something, giving back
Yeah.
to others. And not only that, there is also something really cool. I have a cool website that also gives other swags, other goodies if you do the open source contribution in the right way. I'll teach you how to do the right way open source contribution in a few minutes. With we already have um, Ria here, and Ria is going to be the first person to join hands with me in this particular project. So what I was doing here is, so I have been working on these particular repositories, right? So repositories, do not use this one. This is like a repository that is not considered. The DevTurnship is the internship LMS platform. Then you have certificate generator UI. Then there is creative and simple landing pages. These are a couple of projects that are really cool. And you have a lot of things that you can offer. Something like in case if you want to create a landing page, look at how many people have already done this. These are really good. There are already 15 pull requests as well. I'll just send this link to everyone here. Just give me a second. Hey, thanks Anubhav Sen, Hruday Ranjan. So yeah, so we have got these things. I'll try to also see if this can be possibly saved. Yeah. Okay, cool. So now the first thing that I'm going to tell you is how can you actually start with these things. Okay, so we will try to create a small simple repository, and we will see the complete process on how we can work on things. Okay, so I'll use two different URLs, or like two different accounts to work with. And don't worry, I'm not going to do any kind of like spammy things, which is actually forbidden, right? So this is only for education and learning purposes. In case GitHub, if you're looking at it, so it is only for education purpose. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a new repository, and I'll show you how easy it is for you to create a change or a contribution in an open source repository. Not only that, and we can also host a website or something like that. Okay, so I'm just going to create a new repository which says um, open source test or something like that, part of Praveen's live stream on open source creating contributions and pull requests. Okay, so now everyone knows how to create a pull request, etc., right? So now the first thing which I'm going to do is, let's go ahead here, and there is this index.html. So what exactly is there in this index.html? Let's see. So if I copy everything here, go to a new about blank page. So far everyone is clear, right? Now I'm
Yeah.
gonna edit this content with the content that I copied. Look at this. This is a simple landing page that actually looks like WhatsApp web, right?
Yeah.
So this is a simple landing page. So what if we can create something for you, Ria? So what I'm gonna do now is, so the first thing is, this is the initial part of like how you would be doing a pull request and doing things. Okay, so this is in the practical way. So the first thing which I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new file and tell, please someone create something awesome. Okay, see, this is what I write. Okay, and I say added some instructions. So I named this as readme.md so that I got a name called, okay, so I've got this whole thing. It says, please someone create something awesome. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm I'm already putting this in the open source world. Okay. So it is already open sourced. So it is here. So now I'm going to say, Ria, you don't need to share your screen. So don't worry. Just for now, I'll just stop screen sharing as well. So what do you do, Ria? Now go to your so I have you can see that there is the link that's been shared. Go
Yeah.
open the link and click on the uh, edit button or something like that. And do you want to add, or like should I show it to you once and then you want to do it?
Yeah, you can show it first. It would be more easy.
Excellent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to log in as another user's username, another user in GitHub, and then I'm going to create the first which had my name. Okay, so let me do that first, and then Ria, you have to go ahead and edit that thing. Okay, so
Yeah.
what we are going to do is, so now first thing is I'm going to create a new repository, create a new uh, HTML code. Okay, so for that I will go to my another thing. So it is, I'm not signed in yet. So I'm going to sign in here. So the moment I sign in as someone here, so I'll be able to see that there is readme.md. Okay, this is my repository, but this person who I have signed in is not the owner. So let's consider this as one of the public repositories where we want to create something. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to click on fork. So once I fork it, this is the Xerox copy that I was saying in the initial moment. Okay, so I'm just making a Xerox copy of it. Now this particular thing is under my name, the new person's name or your name, something like that. Okay, so people who are looking for how to start with the, hey Reshmi, how to start with the coding or something like that, how to start with your contribution, please follow from here. And whoever has not hit the like button, just hit the like button on both the channels, it would be really helpful. And coming to the other thing, okay, cool, give me a few seconds. Okay, cool. So the first thing that I'm going to do here is I have made a Xerox copy of this page. Remember the assignment? So this was original assignment. This is my assignment. So now I have the complete control to do whatever I want. So what I'm going to do is new portfolio, something like that. I create a branch here. So once I create a new branch, what I'm doing, I'm going to upload a upload a file. Okay, create a new file. So I'm naming it as index.html. In this index.html, what I'm doing, I'm gonna copy this content. Remember, which I copied it from here. Okay, not here. This is the content. So I'm just copying it here and pasting it here. So right now, what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to create a new portfolio here. So that is what I did. So since I did this whole thing, I'm happy to copy, like I give permission to me to copy it. So make sure when you are copying somewhere from outside, you have the right permission or anything. Okay. So now created a landing page. This is the commit subject and I'm committing a new file here. So once I do this, new portfolio has recent pushes a minute ago. So compare and pull request. So now what we are doing, I'm going to compare across the fork. So this is the original one, right? Praveen Science / open source test base main. And then I want my changes, which is in the new portfolio, to be into base main. So I have to convince the other person, the main author, to somehow accept this pull request. I have made an awesome one page portfolio for you. Please accept it. Here's what it looks like. Now, this is what generally people write, right? Please accept it. That is the reason you're actually creating this one. So we can remove that one. If that person doesn't want to get it accepted, they will not even do this. And if we go to the preview, okay, we'll copy this one. Actually, there is also another way you can actually preview this one. So there is something called as Git Hack. So if you search for Git Hack, you will see this one. Paste the URL here, copy this, and try to open this one. You'll be able to see the output here. Okay, so we can just show this as the preview. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a screenshot. And then I'll go to this particular place, paste the screenshot, and there is a simple preview. If you see the preview, you can see that, okay, I have made an awesome one-page portfolio for you. Here is what you would look like. Okay, and then I'm creating a pull request. Once I click on create pull request, if I refresh this page, I could see that there is a one pull request here. I go here. So this screen is the original author. This screen is the duplicate author. Okay, so what happens is, okay, there is someone who wants to give a new code to me. I'll go inside that. I see that here's what I made or something like that. Okay, this actually looks nice. I really like it. So I'll look at the code as well. So commits, how many commits are there? There is only one commit, which is perfectly fine. And if I go to the checks, everything looks fine. And then I get into the code here. I could see that everything is really cool, and I could see that there are like couple of changes, I would say. Can you self close the content, like self close the tags? So these are a couple of reviews. Like from my point of view, I don't like it. Like it looks like it is bad or something like that. So here is something that you need to self close, because see here the person has already self closed it. This is an image tag and that is self closed correctly, but not on the link tag. So quick changes, please. So I click on submit review here, and you can quickly see that the quick changes please is coming without even refreshing. So I said like, okay, I can say on it, doing it. And then what I can do is I can add one more commit or something like that. So what I did here is, what I will be doing here is, I'll just go here, edit the file. And then in this part, these are the two lines that I need to fix. So I add the self-closing tags, updated with self-closing tags. So here you can see that I'm committing directly to the new portfolio branch. I click on commit changes, and within few seconds, you could see that updated with self-closing tags here. Okay, if I refresh this page, this might be outdated. See, it is outdated. So I can actually look at this part again by looking at what I asked him to do or her to do. It looks like it is already self-closed. I like the whole change, so I'm going to give an approval. Okay, so this is the maintainer side of things. I click on submit review, and then it directly comes to the place where I can merge the pull request. So this can be resolved. Okay, and now the next thing I am doing is, there are three different types of merging the pull request. One is a merge commit pull request, where you will be having all the commits. And so right now we have got something like this, right? Let me explain you how these three commit merging strategies work. These are the three types of merging strategies. So the first thing is, first one is the merge commit, second one is squash commit, and third one is rebase. Okay, so first one, merge commit, I've got, this is my repository, and this is the person who is going to send me that repository. Okay, let's have that way. These are commits, these rounds are commits. Okay, so I'm going to give another P and S. Here again we have a P and S. Now, the first thing is like you already have a couple of commits. So this looks something like this. So everyone has got these commits already. So we have got something like this. This is the current state of the repository. So both of us will have the same number of commits and same code. Now, what happens here is this person, the person who is trying to commit to this branch, they have created two more commits. Okay, so that is what is happening here. So I create one commit here, I create another commit here. The same way I can create one more commit, I create another commit. Now these two commits need to be sent to the original code. So this is what is the task right now. So what we can do is, number first way is the creating of a merge commit. So merge commit, what it does is it is going to create two commits the same way how it was, but at the end it is going to create it as a single merge commit. So in case if you are deleting this commit, the whole thing will go off. You will be able to see the individual commits, what exactly is changed in individual commits, and that's how it is. Okay, this is called as a merge commit. The next thing is a squash commit. Here, if you remove this, again these two things will go away. We know that this whole thing is from one pull request, this is also from one pull request, and this will contain the collective differences between these two commits, and it will be in the single commit. So individual commit details will be lost. And then finally you have rebase commit. Rebase commit is exactly a Xerox copy of the whole commit. So whatever is there, you just take this part, put it over here. So that is what is happening in rebase mode. So these are the three types of commit messages, commit merging strategy. So now what happens is, if we go back to what we were looking at, so I'm just going to clear all the annotations now. So there are three ways I can merge this commit. So it's going to take some time, looks like. Yeah, so you have create a merge commit, create squash. These two commits will from this branch will be combined into one commit in the base branch. All commits will be added to the base branch via a merge commit. So there will be one commit which actually adds those two commits, and that will have multiple parents as well. And then rebase and merge, these two commits will be taken and put it over here. So that is what is going to happen here. Okay, so I'm going to go with the rebase and merge strategy. So I won't be having much of the much of options. So all I need to do is confirm rebase and merge. At this point of time, this person can see the conversation that I have approved it, but only those with right access can push to the merge the pull request. So the moment I click on merge, pull request successfully merged and closed, you're all set. You can actually delete this branch. So this is the complete process of how you can give a new pull request to this particular repository. So if you go to this code, this real code, you can see that there is index.html, which means this person has contributed as well. And then if you look at the list of commits, you can see that there is Praveen Sains who added the first commit. Then you have this Setco guy added two more commits. Got it? So now what I'm going to ask is, we already have another pull request by basic analog clock following the session. Great, Rohit, thank you. So if we try to do the test pull request, yes, this looks nice. If you go to the files changed, we have got two files inside the clock. There is one CSS file and there is one HTML file. So I'm happy with this code. So I'm going to give an approval here, and then wait, I don't think I can submit anything. Can I? So even if I submit any approval, it looks good. If I submit an approval, nothing is going to happen because I don't have the right access to this. But if I go here and if I go to the pull request, go to the test pull request, I could see that this person has already approved it. I don't know why this person approved it. So I'm just going to go check out once again. Okay, looks like fine, but there are a couple of things that I would say indent the code. Okay, so I'm going to say request some more changes. Please, this is how sometimes things are very strict. Please indent the code with 2 spaces, and then submitted. So that is what I'm going to say. I'm not going to reject this pull request, but I have requested King Rohit to please change the code and submit it. Now what I'm going to ask is, Ria, can you go open this site, open source test, make a clone, make a fork of it, and then change these links to your links, your website link. If you don't have a website, that's fine. Your LinkedIn link, your Twitter link, and your, in case if you have the YouTube link or something like that, use this one.
Yes.
Cool. So we will wait till Ria does it. So until then, I'm also stopping the screen share. So until Ria does the whole thing, we can talk. I mean, I have a lot to catch up with all you folks. So hi Kaushik Pupala, hi Reshmi, hi Hriday Ranjan, and we have got Pranshu. How to create two pull requests if the first one hasn't accepted in the same repository. Rohit, it is completely fine. It depends on the repository owner. So for example, if you are sending multiple pull requests to my repository, I'm going to go with one by one of the pull requests, not on anything else. But in case if you are looking at, how should I say, yeah, I mean, it depends on the repository owner, so it is completely fine to do that. Second thing is, if the how to solve merge conflicts in a PR. Subayan, it's extremely a huge topic to discuss. Uh, I don't think we have the time to discuss in this whole thing, but there are like loads and loads of strategies that you can use to change to address the conflicts. One simple way is, if there are conflicts, you will get the conflict markers. You just need to remove the code. I mean, like Visual Studio Code will have a great way of comparison. Here's a conflict. You want to accept the incoming change or you want to accept the current change. So you just click on accept the current change. It will have this part of code. Accept the incoming change. You have this part of the code. Accept both changes. You have got everything. Or compare. You can also compare the changes and make some changes and then accept the final change as well. So there are a couple of things that you can do in that way. Let's go with other questions. That's about the merging PRs. And as a rule of thumb, always maintain the indentation of the project and not your personal indentation, which is actually a cool thing. Saifur Rahman, really a good point to note. Thank you. And AI, yes, you will be getting an email after 14 days of maturity, and the email will say like, okay, you have got all your 4 pull requests accepted, and then you are eligible for the swag. Don't forget, you will be having a small link in that you will be asked to give your home address where you want the swag, or like where you want the t-shirt or plant. I would say please go with the plant, get the t-shirt from the nearby shop, because we need more plants. In case if you are opting out for t-shirt, which I know a lot of people will do, plant at least 4 trees. Okay, this is a promise that please give this promise to me, so that we can escape from the greenhouse emission and global warming. Or if you need a t-shirt, I'm happy to send a couple of t-shirts from my side. I've got this one. This is the Next.js t-shirt, and I have got a couple of t-shirts as well. So when I'm coming to India, I don't know when, but definitely I'll come to India. At that point of time, I'll definitely post it to everyone. So even that I can do. Go for the plant. Let's make our earth a beautiful place to live in. So let's ask Ria. Are we ready?
Yeah, just give me a minute.
Okay, let's give her a minute. Please go ahead, ask your questions so that we can actually ask all the, like, try to answer the questions. So we are waiting for the pull request. There is another pull request also coming in. Yeah, that is the changes requested. That is King Rohit's pull request. So without other things, there are, okay, so I'll explain about the other repositories that I have actually created here. So what repositories I have created are, number one is the certificate generator UI. There is a generator in the, there is a certificate generator, there is a user interface for it, and in that user interface you will be able to see that there are like loads of you know mm, loads of user interfaces. And I also created another repository for JavaScript full stack questions on React and Node.js. So those two repositories I'll try to um, display for everyone, like make it open for everyone for contributions, and you all can actually start with them. So Praveen.Science, that is the website that you should be looking at, and you'll be getting all the changes displayed there, like all the repositories listed there, so you can start your open source journey. Any other questions related to open source stuff like that? Okay, many peers are getting excluded. Why? The reason is many PRs are becoming like a spammy pull request. So that is the main reason why PRs are getting excluded as well. So sometimes what happens is people are changing just one line and they are accepting it as Hacktoberfest accepted, which is completely not acceptable. So that's the reason the project, the whole repository itself gets excluded. So apart from that, there will be a genuine reason why the projects are getting excluded as well. Even in my list of repositories, the first repository is an excluded project. I have actually updated that one. So just to make sure that be prepared that if you use the first repository, then it is going to be an excluded repository. You can contribute any number of contributions you want to do. Make sure it is in a like many number of repositories will always be great. Rohit, there has been a lot of issues, and there are like people have been making a lot of spammy pull requests. That's the reason they have been very much strict. This 14 days, these people, the people from DigitalOcean and GitHub are actually looking at how um, how much spammy pull requests are coming in, and they are trying to like mitigate everything. So that is one more reason why it is happening that way. Any other questions? Thank you, Rohit. It's nice to know. Okay. Yeah, please go ahead and comment down your issues, sorry, questions or something. Can you share some repos there? Yes, I tried to share a couple of repos. Unfortunately, my moderator permission in AD Hub has been removed because it's a voluntary removal because I was not completely active there. So that's the main reason. And yeah, so that's the reason I got myself removed. But however, I'll be back once I get a, I mean, like everyone knows that I'm going to get into a new job, right? So after that, maybe I will try to be more active and try to do something really cool. Can you share my website? Yes, I can. So here's the website. It is actually there in the description as well. But yes, thank you, Gaurav Kulkarni. Oh, are you talking about the HF website? Then it is this hf.praveen.science. Sakshi asks, how can we start contributing as a beginner? So Sakshi, what you need to do is, like I said, you try to find out some beginner repositories, try to understand the code, what exactly they are expecting from you as a contributor, and then you have to go through the same process. First thing, Xerox copy, fork the repository, create a new branch. Third point is like make the changes that you are expected to do, and finally raise the pull request, wait for them to approve it. That's how you can go ahead. I hope that was clear, Sakshi. Hey, Avik, will you be able to add my YouTube link on the chat as well? The link that I sent you on. Thanks. And folks who are watching in Mozilla BBSR YouTube channel, Avik is sending this link on the chat. If you can hit a like there as well. So there are a couple of people watching, and those people who are watching in my channel, hey folks, it is being restreamed in Mozilla BBSR as well. So have a quick look at this link. So I'm sharing this URL too.
So Praveen, yeah, I'm done with it. You can just skip it.
Finally.
Actually, I was having some trouble logging in.
Mhm. Okay. Trouble logging in. This happens a lot of times, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
I had to
seriously.
go verify and then.
Ah, that problem. Okay, got it. Let me try to share my screen. And before that, I just wanted to make sure you have done it. Have you created the pull request, by the way? I couldn't see that.
Yeah, I
Dude,
did.
I cannot find the pull request. Did you do the pull request on your branch itself? You have to create a
Uh,
pull request on mine, on Praveen Science
yeah,
slash.
it's branched.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm not able to see that. Can you send me the link in Zoom or WhatsApp right away? I'll have a
Yeah,
quick look at
just
where exactly it is.
yeah.
So best example of what not to do is this. This is a mistake people do. So don't worry, it is completely fine to do this. You might put a self pull request that even I did like couple of times. So you have to send the pull request to the origin repository, not to your own repository. Yeah, Ria, I just tried to refresh even now. I couldn't find any new pull requests other than the one by King Rohit that is still up for changes requested. I don't know if Rohit is still watching this and we need him to like update it.
Yeah, I sent it in the chat
Mhm.
in Zoom.
Oh, cool. How many, Sakshi says again, how many repositories can we contribute to and how many should we? As much as you can. That is what you should actually do. And now let's see if she has done the right thing. No, dude, I did not get it yet. Okay, let me share my screen. Could you see here? All I could see is this pull request. Which pull request? Okay, send me the link of the pull request. So if you go to the pull request page, this is the pull request page, right? It says open, and here it will be your name, Ria, and then trying to merge. So it should be like merge commit into Praveen Science :main. It should be, and then if everything is confusing, just copy the URL and send it over to me on the chat. I'll try to look into it.
Yes.
So we have another question from Saifur. You got to press the contribute button on your fork repo's homepage to make the PR to upstream repo. I guess she has done it. I guess she has followed all the instructions that we actually went through, and I'm pretty sure she is going to save her brilliant person image. No worries. So we'll just wait for another few seconds. I guess
Yeah, I sent you in
yes,
the chat.
she has actually. Yeah, you have actually put it into your own repository. Look at this. This is your repository. Okay, you have created a pull request to your repository. So what you did is almost right. What you need to do is see, look at this. There is my repository here, right here. So
Yeah,
click
yeah.
on this one, and then here also you'll be able to see that open a new pull request or something like that. So try to click on the pull request there. So this should not. And before that, I'll also let's look at what she has done. Um, okay, that looks fine. She has removed all the things and she has just added this one, which is perfectly fine. Okay, so we are waiting for this, and she forgot to also change this one. You forgot to change your name. Like it should be your name, not my name.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry.
Okay, so these kind of mistakes will happen. So first thing, create the pull request on my repository. So I'll wait for that. So until then, I'll try to answer other couple of questions. Um, yeah, that was the same kind of a fork error. So this is very common issue that people will do. So it's completely fine. Any other questions, folks? Saifur says that actually not a student, been a FOSS dev for 7 years now. Oof. I'm also not a student. I've been a FOSS dev for about 10 years now. Just stumbled upon this live stream now via YouTube and it seemed interesting. Thank you so much, Saifur. And do share it with your friends and everyone who you might think would be great to learn or something like that. So that would be a nice motivation for me and others as well. So because whatever I'm doing here, it is completely like the basic stuff, so anyone can actually learn from this. Hey, I wanted to ask Avik as well. Avik, what do you think? So was it easy? So Avik was trying to learn things, and Avik, do you want to talk about your backstory? Go on. Hmm. Thank you. Thank you so much for just like such a nice word. And okay, so right now what I'm gonna do is, okay, so we have got the pull request finally received from Ria. Thank you, Ria. You are awesome. So that's great. I'm gonna show you a couple of more things as well that would be really interesting too. So let's try to get this. I hope everyone is able to see the screen now. So now if I refresh this page, I can see that there is a test. Dude, seriously, always name this correctly, okay? And now she
Okay,
has
sure.
she has created this whole thing. And if I go to the files changed, I could still see, okay, dude, change it to your name.
Yeah, I'll just change it right now. I'll just change it right now.
Yeah, so this is the review thing and it goes to a request feedback again. So it's a feedback loop again. So now Ria is going to send a new commit, so you can actually add the same commit to your main branch. Okay, so that is what you need to do. And maybe you have actually messed up the branch names, because I was thinking you should be sending it from the other branch, right? So you had all the code in your, oops, in your Riaja patch 11. This branch had all the codes. So what you need to do is just go to your main branch once again. 3 minutes ago you have done something. Just open this one and click on this thing, edit the file, and just change my name to your name, and that's it. This is that simple. And once you do this, I'm going to show you something really cool. Okay, Ria, do you have your own website?
Like I have a blog page.
Okay, is it your own domain name?
Yeah,
Okay, what is it? Shall we all see your website now?
yeah. Wait, let me send the link.
Okay, so in the meantime I'll just have a quick look at the
Like
questions.
it's not related to tech.
Okay, that's fine, that's completely fine. Thank you so much, Saifur. Hey Victor, I struggle with CSS, can you help me with that? Definitely yes, but the only thing is CSS wise it is really tough to teach another person, but definitely I'll try to teach as much as I can possibly, and then we can go from there. Yes, so that is possible, but it might be a bit of a overwhelming thing, but definitely it is possible. Yes. So we have got Ria's website as well, but Ria, it is not your own domain, it is blogspot domain. So
Oh,
yes, this is like for example, if you see this one, this is Praveen.science, that belongs to me, something like that.
Yeah.
So
Okay, okay, okay.
this is the blogspot site. So would you like a completely a new domain for yourself?
Yeah, that would be great.
Awesome. So Avik and Ria, thanks for hosting me. Definitely, you both are getting something from me. And for those people who have asked an awesome question, so we need to also get some more people. So Saifur, maybe Gaurav Kulkarni, and who else is really good? We have got Rohit Jaiswal. I guess he's the King Rohit, right? Shriyanshu actually added something. Okay, Mayank Jain, uh, and couple of people who have actually talked in here. So you all are also getting something. So just go ahead, hit my LinkedIn. So just give me a connection request. I'm happy to give you out a nice, awesome domain name for free for the first year. So that would be a cool thing to do. And okay, so this is the website. Okay, fine. Let's go into this test pull request. Sorry, not test pull request. It's going to be test. And then we have got an outdated name here. So if we go to the files change, we could really see that Ria has changed her name. Great. I can reject this again because there are so many spaces here, but she will cry. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to approve it. So once I approve it, you have to see what magic is going to happen now. Okay. I don't think this will actually get approved. Ugh, I'm always on the wrong account. Okay. So let's go back. Let's refresh this page. Why this guy is always approving me? So let me go to the files changed. Let's refresh this page. Yes, it's changed to this one. This is also good. All right. So I will approve this one. So approved. Yeah, this is exactly what is going to happen whenever we are trying to work on something. So I'm going to squash everything and merge. I don't want all these crazy names in my comment list. So updated with Ria's details. Okay, and we don't need all these things. So updated the links and updated the name. Okay, so I click on confirm squash merge. The moment I click on confirm squash merge and go here, it says merge. And if I refresh this page and click on this one, we could see that it says WhatsApp web portfolio and it is Riaja's website. So Riaja's name. And if I go to git hack and open this, paste it here, open this one, and look at this. Boom, it's Riaja's website. So you click on this, it goes to Ria's LinkedIn account. And one thing is, even this website is very hard to learn, right? Like very hard to see. So what you can do is, if you have a domain, that's a different case. If you don't have a domain, that is also fine. Go to the settings and go to your pages, click on GitHub pages main branch and save it. Your site is ready to be published. So click on the code. There is a orange dot that you can see. Wait for a few seconds, refresh the page. You will see a green check mark and then open this. Boom. So this is the final page where you can actually go ahead and share it with anyone. So this is Ria's page. Cool, right?
Yeah, it's totally good.
Okay, so there are a couple of other questions as well. Saifur, just please message me on LinkedIn. Yes, it is really real. Very true. You can killify yourself and say, yes, you are getting an own domain of yourself. For definitely for Saifur, definitely for Ria for now. Okay, and people who are connecting with me, subscribing to my channel, you will be getting it as well. Okay, and coming back to our questions. Okay, so we can stop the screen sharing now and we can go back. So this is the complete workflow of how you can do an open source contribution. And we have one question: from where can I learn JS for free? The best place is javascript.info, where you will be learning in 3 parts way, which is really cool. I always like it, and this is very good because you will be able to see that you can learn the JavaScript as a language, then how it is interacting with DOM, and then finally you can also learn about advanced concepts like fetching and console logging, developer tools, web assembly language. There are like so many things are there in JavaScript. So javascript.info is the website. Go check it out. That is really good. And I'll add the same thing, same comment to this one too. So okay, I believe this is not actually learn JavaScript. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, so we have one more thing. Um, sorry, I guess I was not able to paste this link as well. So here's the link to be pasted. Thank you. And javascript.info, yes, we have check out the comment. And thank you so much, Rohit. That is really helpful. And any other, okay. Hi, Verkia. Following you since GSSOC, and you're still the same, always full of enthusiasm and share to share the knowledge. Thank you. Thank you so much, man. I don't know what is your name, but thank you so much. The comment means a lot to me. Thank you. And yeah, any other questions we can take some more question, and we can actually stop this as well, because it's already 1 hour and 15 minutes. It's almost the time to leave. So tell me, Ria, what did you feel? And let's go to Avik as well.
Yeah, this was like really great session. Like I learned something new. I did something. So yeah, I made a little mistake, but it was good. Yeah,
See,
it was.
mistakes are the secret to success. Okay, so only
Yeah,
when you are getting a failure, that is the stepping stone to success. So without mistakes you cannot like, how do you know that that is a mistake? So let's say if you're learning everything in the good way, okay, every single thing, all the ideal stuff you are learning, tomorrow you go and outside world is not as ideal as our thoughts, right? So there could be some mistakes that might happen, and then at that point of time, okay, why is this happening? I haven't come through this one. So since you're doing the
yeah,
mistake right away, you get an idea or experience that yes, this is a mistake. I know how
yeah.
to
This is
solve this.
how I can fix it, solve it, and move forward. Yeah,
Exactly. That's why mistakes are very important in the life.
yeah. It
Yeah.
was like really great session, and it was really great learning from you. You explained all the concept. Like I am a beginner, so yeah, it was really easy to understand. And yeah,
There
I
are
hope the
lots of
others who
beginners
are
here. Yeah.
watching
So
will
yes,
also get something from
100%.
it.
Thank you, Satish Kollu. You tried changing the README file. I guess I got the request. I'll just approve it in a couple of minutes or couple of seconds. Um, yes. Any other questions that you have? Anything from? Yeah. I guess that should be it. So I hope everyone enjoyed it. And hey, Avik, what is your feedback, man? You didn't say anything. Exactly. And there are other comments from Hi Verkia as well. Um, yeah, why did you choose full stack? What fascinated you the most? Okay, so this is a really a great question. For me, I would say I'm not like 50% front end, 50% back end. I'm actually in the weekend. Oh, sorry, that's fine. I'm not 50% front end, 50% back end. I'm actually 55% front end, 45% back end, because I love front end a lot. And the other thing that I would say is, yes, because of the designs, because of, I get really excited when I see a nice, awesome design. So that's me, like how you get excited looking at a biryani. The same feel I get when I look at a like a theme or a website, a portfolio. Like if the moment I saw like Hacktober Fest website, the MLH build site, that would be really cool, right? So I really love the way the designs are made. I'm not a creative person. I just copy things. So looking at all these things, I really get fascinated. Like I need to do something on that side as well. So that's how I wanted to become a front end engineer. And even now I'm focusing a lot on front end rather than back end. Even back end, I'm like pretty much solid with all the concepts and other things. But I spoke to a couple of friends of mine. They started asking me some questions which are really, really crazy. At that point of time, I understood that I'm not like for 45% backend. I'm just like 30% backend, 70% front end. So that's me. Same person. What stack would you recommend for full stack? It is confusing on internet. 100% yes. Even I have the same question. But since I love JavaScript, I would go with JavaScript. By the way, hi Verkia, what is your name? First thing, and second thing, what are you doing right now? If you are a student, what I would suggest is go with all the stacks. Go with Mern stack, go with Lamp stack. Okay, please don't hit me. Go with the Go stack. You have Rust. A lot of different stacks are there. Python is also there. Python, Flask, Django is also there. Try out everything, whatever is possible from your end, and then try to see if that actually works. And then find the right language that is actually, that's something that you like it really. So go with that one. That is what I would say. I hope that actually helps you out in this one. So it will be like on you, like you have to tell what you like. um, Thank you so much, Rohit. Hemang has got a great question again. So is there any way to undo the local commits? Yes, there is a git reset functionality which I should have shown in, but what you can do is you just need to do git reset --hard head and a tilde one or something like that. I'll just type in here. So Hemang, that is what you would be doing, but use it with care. It is similar to like rm-rf or something like that. So it is git reset hard head number of commits. So that would be head 4 or something like that. Okay, so 4 is the number of commits that you want to reset. I hope this was helpful. Git reset --, card head tilde 4. That is the reset command, but be careful when you're trying to use it on, like, just be careful. uh
Yeah, so yeah, you have covered like almost everything, and it was like, yeah, you have like all my doubts are cleared, and the people those are commenting. It was really nice to have you,
Thank you so
and
much.
hope to interact with you more and have more interesting sessions.
Yes. So
So
this is the thing that I actually wrote in the other channel. So here is set again. Git reset --, head tilde the number of commits. Here it is 4. Okay, thanks Saifur. Okay, thank you everyone. So that's it then. In that case, bye everyone, stay safe. It's corona time, pandemic time, so make sure you're in the right like, take care of yourself. So any last words from your side, Ria?
yeah, so as we are coming to the end, like this was really great session, and thank you for sparing your precious time from your tight schedule, and all those things you taught us will be really helpful. And to the people those who are watching, please keep us following for more updates. Thank you all.
Thanks everyone. See ya.
Bye.